Hi, I'm Jackie and welcome to My Magical Home, a place where you can find all kinds of creative homemaking ideas. Now today's video, we are going to be heading outside because my patio is in need of a major makeover. So stay tuned. So this is my back patio, and as you can see, it definitely needs some help. And to begin everything, I'm just going to start taking all of this patio furniture that I have and setting it to the side so that I can give it a really good clean with a pressure washer. So it is obviously later in the day, and I have my own little model here showing you the next area that we're going to be working on. Now this is a 3-tiered flower bed that my husband and I made, and we are going to be just adding the last touches to it right now by adding a layer of Kills primer, and then we're going to be coming through with a navy blue concrete paint, and it is just going to pull this whole space together. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So I first want to come in and say, do not worry, I'm not going to make you guys watch all of the painting throughout this video. But I like to add little parts because I find it weirdly satisfying. But in a normal situation, when I'm doing a project like this, I would suggest painting the entire thing before you come in and add your paint color. But I did not do that. I actually got ahead of myself and I bought some flowers, and so we're gonna, once we had completed this top part, I came through with some dirt and we're just gonna go ahead and plant a couple flowers, and then I will be back to finish the painting. It gets done. That's what's important. Also, if you're wondering why I'm dressed so funny, we started this project back in the spring and it was late at night and pretty cold, so I have some pretty ridiculous layers on throughout this and pretty ridiculous outfits just in general. Just pay no mind. Really quick, I want to do a huge shout out to my hubby Nate for helping with this video. Once all of my flowers were planted, I came through with a layer of mulch, and I actually find that not only is that helpful to keep out the weeds in my flower beds, but it also really helps me to retain the moisture in the area so I don't have to be out there watering as often. In Arizona, it can get really hot, so that's really important. And we're back to the paint. So I am just going to add a quick layer of this white Kills primer here, and then we're gonna snap this baby done. Not only because you guys don't need to see all of the painting, it gets really tedious, but also because my hubby did a lot of it off camera. And huge shout out again to him. I have a terrible habit of flitting to the next project before it's totally completed, and he is really awesome at, helping me, get to the finish line. I am so excited with how the navy blue made everything come together, and I just hope that you are really enjoying just the transformation of how this is going. But make sure to stay tuned, because up next we're going to take that furniture that I had out here and spruce it up a little bit and give it some new life so that it works better in this space. First up, we are going to take this table and just give it a little bit of a makeover with some Fusion all-in-one matte black paint. Now, I don't know if any of you have had this happen in your house, but when you have something out in the sun, it just kind of strips the color out. And this is just going to kind of bring it back to life. But I have to tell you, this is a piece that I am particularly in love with because it used to belong to my grandparents, and they actually had it before my mom was born. It used to be banana yellow. And when I was a little kid, it was hunter green, and so it's just wonderful to me to be able to keep this piece and continue to bring it back to life so that multiple generations can cherish it. So fixing up the table was an easy fix, just a little bit of spray paint and it was instantly brought back to life. The same cannot be said about the chairs that I had. They did not come with the table, but they were something I already had on hand, and as you can see, they're rusty and they're kind of not my style, but I didn't have it in my budget to buy new chairs. So I wanted to get creative. I'm going to start by coming through and adding masking tape to the entire tiled area, and then I'm going to follow with some of that same spray paint that we used for the table to go over all of the metal parts. And it did such a good job. I am so excited. Stay tuned to see how it turns out, and then we'll get started on this tile area. Doesn't the chair already look so much better with that rust being taken care of? Now that that's all dry, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the masking tape, and then we are going to come in with that same Kills primer and the masonry navy blue paint that we used on the flower bed area, and just go over all of this tiled space. I just wanted I don't want the chairs to be a giant standout. I wanted them to blend into the space and to complement it without being the main production. I feel like this turned out really great. Make sure to stay tuned. I will show you a side-by-side so you can see what a difference was made, and I'd love to hear your opinion down below. It is time for our last DIY. This is going to be quick and sweet, but I wanted to add a little bit of decor. So I have a terracotta pot that we are just going to add a layer of that midnight blue masonry paint like we did outside, and then I'm going to come through and paint in a little cat on a moon and add a quote on the background. And this is just going to go in the center of my table to just give a little bit of extra love, and I love to do little things like this, and I wanted to get to share that part with you too. Once I finished up my design, I went ahead and added a quote to the back of my pot. I'm not going to make you watch all of that painting going down. I know you guys have already been really patient with me, but I wanted to share what the quote said because I really love the quote. It kind of, I feel like, is perfect for me as I am such a night owl. It says, "I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night." So let me know, have you guys ever heard this quote before? What do you guys think about it? Now that all of our DIYs are done, it is time to bring everything back in here and put this space together. Now, I am using some old cushions that I already had on hand because I have a vision of what I want, and until I find it, I am not going to invest in new cushions just to be temporary. But I feel like this space really came together. It created such a cozy, intimate place for my family to hang out in the evenings. I could not be more thrilled, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this transformation. Don't forget to say hi and let me know in the description down below. So everything is all done. You could see the before and after was such a transformation, but it is time for me to say goodbye. I hope that you have an absolutely magical day, my friends. I'll see you next time.